G'day and welcome to the show. Chris is presently down south at the Sydney International Boat Show. We'll be cutting to him a little bit later on. But until then, we've got a great show. We're looking at the Dyna 75, Blair Sheppards super yacht. What a beauty that is. In business today, we'll cut to Southern Stainless, looking at the all stainless steel barbecue. We'll go to Perry Catamarans and we'll look at the top, go onto that big vessel. And I'll take you up to the bush for another edition of Paul's Kitchen. Stand by for a great show. Until then, it's Chris now on the Dyna 75.
It's a short time ago now since we showed you the Dyna Laguna 68-footer. Now this boat is built in Taiwan to Blair Sheppards specifications. Blair is the local importer of the boats. The boat you see here is the latest 68-footer to come into the country, and she is being prepared for a trip to Port Lincoln in South Australia to her new owner who lives there. This was done at Hope Harbour Marina, by the way, and we'll be looking in some detail at Hope Harbour Marina in the near future on the show. But in the marina at the same time was the very latest Dyna Laguna to come in from Taiwan for Blair Shepherd, and that was a 75-footer. Now, we mentioned that briefly when we looked at the 68-footer originally, but this boat really is quite stunning. She is an extended 68-footer. She has a fair amount of length incorporated into the hull, and rather than having an open fly bridge on the top deck, she has a fully enclosed saloon with a helmsman station at the forward end of this saloon. Now that means that a number of the appointments can be moved from the main cabin saloon deck area up to the top. That greatly opens up the interior of the boat, makes it far more spacious, far more comfortable, and this boat truly is a superb example of modern fiberglass engineering and also modern Italian styling. The Taiwanese are very serious about building boats such as this. There are a number of organisations in Taiwan which are looking at taking over the world market for this type of boat, and in order to offer the best possible product, they use engineering and fiberglass laminate expertise from around the world. They use Italian stylists and designers to style the boats. They use interior designers from America and from Europe to design the interiors of the boats. So they truly are a cosmopolitan creation which does answer the needs of owners all over the world. Blair designed this boat to his particular specifications. It's been hugely well received. And in fact, it is prominent at the 1998 Sydney International Boat Show. And I'm sure that by the end of the show, Blair will have a very happy owner for the 75-footer. Now, he's ordered another 68-footer from the factory. That'll be followed by another Blair Shepherd special, if you like, from Taiwan, which will be equally fascinating. And we'll be keeping our eye on Blair Shepherd's adventures with these superb cruisers. By the way, before I go, there is a 46-footer available at Sanctuary Cove for sale, again featuring all of the engineering and styling and interior design qualities of the larger boats. That is on the market. If you're interested, give us a call and we'll put you in touch with Blair Shepherd. People who've watched the show over the last couple of episodes will by now be well aware of the difficulties in cooking out in the bush if you're not properly equipped. Paul's Kitchen has certainly shown what difficulties you can have, but if you are properly equipped, you have a unit such as this one that I'm cooking on here. Now, last episode we introduced our in-business segment with Southern Stainless, who do a broad range of stainless steel articles, from architectural work through a huge range of marine work, through to stock items such as the cookout and the jumbo cookout barbecues. We're out on the Broadwater here. It's an absolutely beautiful midwinter day with the sun shining. And for the last half hour or so, we've been setting up and cooking lunch. Now, this unit is made from 100% stainless steel, including the burners. Now, most burners you get are brass or some other material. They're a stock item. In the case of Southern Stainless's barbecues, they make the entire unit, including the burner, out of stainless steel. Now, stainless steel obviously is the ideal material from which to make an article such as this. If you use ferrous metals over a period of time, because they're heated up and cooled down, no matter how well made or how well the surface is protected, they will rust over a fairly short period of time. With a unit such as this, which is 100% stainless steel, you can use it for a lifetime. And they come in a number of models. You're looking here at the cookout, which has a grill involved in it. That's slots cut in the stainless steel cooking plate. The standard cookout does not have those slots. It has just a straight hot plate. And I guess for portable use, for use on boats, four-wheel drives and that sort of thing, I would prefer the one without the drill slots cut out. It's a lot easier to keep clean and to handle. And the jumbo cookout has a larger plate, either with the solid hot plate or with the griller in it. Now, I'll give you prices a little later. The units are designed to mount in the deck of a boat. You can see the deck mount here, which fits into special sockets that are mounted in the deck of the boat. That's universal. There is also a mounting which fits onto the rails of a boat, so you don't have to cut holes in the deck. If you have side rails down the after end of your boat, the mount just clamps onto those. There is also a beach stand, which again is 100% stainless steel, and on which the unit sits, whether it's a small one or a large one, on the beach or on the lawn or wherever you may be. There's a balcony mount, which you can use at home on your veranda or actually in the house, and there are a range of accessories. So you've got everything you need to get set up. And one of the wonderful things about these is that they are portable, so you can just simply lift it off the boat and take it inside and use it with the beach mount on the lawn, or as I said, or inside. And if you're four-wheel driving, you can take it on your four-wheel drive. You can know that it's not going to get damaged being thrashed about in the back of a four-wheel drive on rough roads, and it's there whenever you need it. Now, it uses a standard gas cylinder, but Southern Stainless are also importing a range of 100%. You can grill with it open, you can grill with it closed, you can broil with it closed, and you can also roast with it. And as you can see here, we're roasting a leg of lamb. It cooks fish absolutely superbly, or prawns. You can cook your vegetables in there, either in a pan or outside of them. So it will cook pretty well anything that you have to cook. And in fact, you could even put a saucepan on there with water on it, or soup or whatever, and use it to boil your water. So it's a truly versatile cooking unit that will answer all of your cooking needs aboard your boat, meaning making it unnecessary to put a stove in the galley of your boat if you don't want to. That can save a lot of space and interior hassles. And you can simply pick it up and take it ashore whenever you want to. As far as prices are concerned, the standard cookout is $750. The cookout with the grill slots cut into it is $950. The jumbo cookout is $990, and with the grill slots is $1190. The beach stand is $120, and the deck and rail mounts are $95 each. The building of a moulding of a size such as this catamaran, which really is quite massive, is a very interesting undertaking and requires a huge amount of ability, experience and forward planning. The mould is made in several pieces, including the centre part of the hull, which forms the bridge deck plus the insides of each of the hulls. They are split away from the outsides of each of the hulls, which are done as separate mouldings. Now, because of the size, the overall size, and particularly the narrowness of the hulls, it's not possible to bolt them all together and then mould the boat inside it. So the bridge deck and the insides of the two hulls are laid up. The outsides of the hulls are laid up separately, laying flat on the floor, which gives easy access and makes the application of the foam sandwich system far, far easier, and certainly more, having more integrity as far as its structure is concerned. And once all that is cured and trimmed, the pieces of the mould are bolted together using extremely broad flanges and large bolts so that they set properly, and then a line of bonding is run down the inside. Now, Perry uses a couple of techniques which are designed to overcome a couple of inherent problems as far as fiberglass is concerned in the moulding of these hulls. One of them is he eliminates the gel coat from the water lines down under the hull, and the outside laminate of that part of the hull is done in vinyl ester resin. It's been found that this technique totally eliminates the possibility of osmosis in the hulls and obviously greatly enhances the longevity and therefore the overall value of the boat. And once the hulls are bolted together and all of the joints have been bonded up securely with plenty of fiberglass and resin, the interior of the boat is then installed. Now, that's done in a combination of fiberglass mouldings and marine plywood bulkheads, which are securely bonded into the hull. and the interior fit out then goes in. Now, all of that is done whilst the hulls are open so that access is easy through the open top of the boat. You can get all of the components in there, work on them easily, you're not in confined spaces, and you've certainly got plenty of ventilation. And then ultimately the cabin, the decks and the cabin, which are a single moulding, and they also incorporate a moulded interior liner, is simply lifted up, placed on the top of the hull, and the whole thing is bonded together into a single unit. Now, I should mention here that Brian Perry is very serious about the engineering of his fiberglass foam sandwich laminates and single skin laminates, and he uses a special form of multi-directional, bi-directional fiberglass woven reinforcing in most of the laminates. These are usually interspersed with a layer of 3/4 ounce chopped strand mat, which helps to mechanically lock the layers of woven material together. So that laminate in combination with the foam makes for an extremely strong hull, which once it's all bonded together becomes what amounts to a full monocoque structure. In other words, the wonderful thing about a fiberglass boat is that you can build it in 20 pieces if you like, but once you've bonded all those pieces together, because polyester and vinyl ester resin cross-links with cured resin, they effectively become one single piece. So all stresses are distributed right throughout the entire vessel, making for an extremely strong vessel. Perry goes through a lot of trouble with the engineering. He uses Volvo sail drives in the boats, which install very easily and which give reliable and quiet power. The boat, obviously, as far as its systems are concerned, is left up to the owner, depending on what he wishes installed. Gen sets, hot water systems, proper stoves, etc. Can all be installed to the owner's specification, and the boat slowly comes together. Now, next time we come back with Perry's, we'll be looking at a boat on the water, the finishing of this particular boat in the factory, and we'll be going sailing aboard a Perry Catamaran. Well, I'm aboard the Dyna at the Sydney Boat Show, and Blair Shepherd tells me that the trip down, apart from some rough weather towards the end, which the boat handles absolutely superbly, was a true pleasure. It was the first long-distance voyage for this ship, which really is brand spanking new, and she behaved herself absolutely impeccably. Now, she's also created quite an amount of interest here at the Sydney Boat Show, and in fact, the show has been a show of mixed impressions, if you like. Now, weather-wise, it has not been the best of Sydney boat shows. The last 4 days have rained incessantly and been extremely cold. Today is bright and sunny, but we have about 40 knots from the northwest, an icy wind blowing over Sydney. Now, having said that, that's the only negative aspect to the 1998 Sydney Boat Show. In fact, I've really been quite amazed. I get, I guess, a better impression of the state of the industry at the Sydney Boat Show than most other people do, because I'm going around and endeavouring to sell to the exhibitors, and their reaction to my approach obviously gives a very good barometer as to the state of the industry at this particular time. And I have to say that I've had the most positive response and the best Sydney Boat Show that I've had in 10 or 12 years, certainly since it's been here at the Darling Harbour Exhibition Centre. Now, I don't know what the reasons for that are. I have some ideas. It certainly has to do with the upcoming Olympics, with the budget which is about to be released, which I'm sure most people feel positive about, and with other factors. But the fact remains that this boat, plus her contemporaries right throughout the marina here, have generated more interest than this type of boat has in previous years. And in fact, the average length of the boats on this marina has increased by around about 3 metres this year. So that tells you something about the way in which the market's going. We're going to walk around the marina now and show you some of the highlights of the on-water display and of the marina itself, and then we'll go over to the pavilion and show you a truly sparkling display in the pavilion.
G'day and welcome back to Paul's Kitchen. Well, you're out in the bush and you're ready for a feed, but you don't want all the hassles of barbecues, pots and pans and mess. So how are you going to keep your feed really simple? That's easy in Paul's Kitchen. What you do is catch your fish. You get your fish and you throw it straight on your plate. From your billy, get some water and pour on top of the fish. If you've got a lemon available, squeeze that on top. Of course, any herbs, spices, pepper or salt you may have, pop that on too. Then simply put that on top of your boiling billy, get your saucepan lid, or if that's not available, another plate, and pop that on top. 10 or 15 minutes later, you have the perfect piece of steamed fish. So there you have it, dinner for two. Now which one will I have? Yeah, Harry, you can have the little one. I'll take the big one. And of course, your meal wouldn't be complete without a nice hot cup of tea, fresh from the billy. Fantastic. One final point. In this week's Paul's Kitchen, I did say we would show you how to cook a fish and have a shower in the bush at the same time. Well, the theory was good, but in practice, I think I'll stick with a real shower.
Okay, Father's Day is nearly upon us, and we've put together some very special gift packages for Dad for Father's Day, items that really are exclusive to us. Now, the first one is our polarised fishing glasses. They are fully polarised, so you can see down into the water, perfect for fishing, and they're also 100% UVA and UVB filter, so they protect your eyes as well. Now, there are two different styles. There is the leather side guard with a leather nose guard, ideal for purely for fishing, because you don't get any peripheral light in, you can see straight down into the water. I don't recommend them for general wear because they do destroy your peripheral vision. To compromise for both fishing and for general wear is our wraparounds, again polarised, 100% UVA and UVB filtering, and wraparound so that you can see out of the side. That package is $39.95, and you can swap either of those or mix and match however you like with our polarised clip-on glasses for people who wear prescription lenses. You can add a water-resistant watch, a diver's watch, for an extra $20, giving you $68.45 for the full package, including postage and handling. And everybody who buys between now and Father's Day gets a free copy of my book, Boating the First Step, worth $15. Now, our second special Father's Day gift package is truly exclusive to us. It's our range of Chris Conroy's Air Australia videos, Air Australia 1, 2 and 3. Each of them runs around about an hour. Air Australia 1 runs a little longer. They cover the general sporting aviation and warbird restoration scene in Australia. There are ultralights, there are vintage aeroplanes, general aviation, air shows, powered parachutes, and of course the full warbird scene. Hugely well received. In fact, I'm constantly gratified by the number of people who've bought these and who've given me feedback to say how much they enjoy them. Now, they're $39.95 plus $8.50 postage and handling each, $48.45. The pack of 3 is $113.45, including postage and handling. You save just under $40 by buying the 3 together. It's an excellent gift package. And we also have a copy of my book, Chris Conroy's Boating the First Step, free of charge, worth $15 for everybody who buys this particular pack for Father's Day. Now, a third special Father's Day gift is the Snap Block Rod Holder, designed and made in Australia, a superb quality product. You can see it in action in these shots here. It's moulded out of high-density reinforced plastic and made out of stainless steel. And it eliminates the need for trying to struggle your rod out of a tubular rod holder when you get a strike on the fish. You simply drop it straight in when you want to put it into the rod holder and lift it straight back out again. It's adjustable through all angles and heights. A truly quality product, and again proudly Australian made. $49.95 plus $10 postage and handling. And if you want the beach spike, that is $18 extra. Now, obviously there's more than one dad in most families, and if you would like a package of a combination of any of these special gift packs, you not only save postage and handling by getting them all at once, but for every individual pack you'll get a free copy of the book. Truly superb value for Father's Day.